A very good morning, students. This is your teacher Neelam Helawat, and today we'll complete the last topic, that is the taxonomical aids. Okay, dear students, and I hope you're enjoying your classes while sitting at home. Isn't it? Right, everyone? So, are you enjoying the classes? And I hope there is no doubt. So, if there is any, you please let me know. You please call me or correspond with me. Okay. So, we'll be starting with the taxonomical aids. Now, before we go further, we need to understand that so far we have done about the various taxonomic categories, isn't it? Yesterday we have spoken about the taxonomic categories, and that is keep your pond clean or fish get sick, right? This is the easiest way by which we can learn the taxonomic categories. Now, coming to the taxonomic aids. What do you mean by the taxonomic aids? Aids means help. What are the various tools that help in the classification? Okay. What are the various tools which we use and that will help in the classification of plants and animals? Those are referred to as taxonomic aids, right, everyone? Now, taxonomic studies have a various species of plants and animals. As I said, there is diverse kind of plants and animals which are there. Okay, and we cannot remember each and every plant, so we need to maintain some records for it, right? We need to maintain some record for it. So the studies, they require correct classification and correct identification. Now in this in taxonomy, the samples are collected. The samples of various plants, either they can be the photographs or the specimens of plants and animals, they are collected, right? And the information about those plants and animals, that is written on that particular sample, and it is preserved so that anybody can refer later on, right? So taxonomical aids, they are fundamental to the studies and they are essential for training the systematics. So dear students, they are very, very essential as they help in referring. Like you have a library, isn't it, students? You have a library. Whatever book you need, you go to the library, you see that book, you consult, and your problem is sorted. Same way, the taxonomic aids, they help in consultation of the plants and animals, like what are the different varieties, right? So when they existed, so that complete information is being maintained. So anybody who wants that information can go and can search that information with the help of these taxonomic aids, right? So specimens, they are gathered, they are stored and they are preserved so that the future students can refer to them. Okay, the very first in this is herbarium. You see, can you see in the picture, there are various cupboards, right? Look at the pictures. These are pictures of, or you can say photographs of the plants, isn't it? Which is visible to you. So these are basically records. These are specimens which are maintained, right? They are like in library you have books. Similarly, in herbarium, the records of specimens is maintained. Specimens of both plant and animals. So herbarium is basically a storehouse for the collected plant specimens. These specimens that we have, they are dried and they are pressed and they are preserved on sheets. Just now we see there is a visibility of leaves. So this is a format that the leaves, they will be you can say the plant parts, they are preserved, they are dried, and then they are pasted as a photo on the sheet, and the information is written on that sheet, and that is preserved in case of herbarium. I hope you understood, right? And on this you can say the specimen, there is a description is written, like labels are placed, the date on which this was collected, the place of collection, right? What is its local name, what is its scientific name, to which family it belongs, and who collected it. So you will find the following information on that particular sample, right? What are the things that will be mentioned on that particular sample? The date, right? The date, place of collection, right? Then what is the common name, the scientific name, the family to which belongs, and who collected it or who has deposited it in the herbarium. Then it acts as a basically quick referral system. Likewise, as I said, that you go to the library, you can consult the book, and nowadays we just consult the Google. Same way for particular plant, if you require any information related to a particular plant, you can go to the herbarium and consult that particular information. So not only you will get the information about a plant, you will also get an information about the person who has collected it, okay, the collector also. Now next is botanical gardens. See, let's see this picture. Have you seen such pictures, everyone? You will find in certain cities such botanical gardens they will be made. Now the first one is the botanical garden in Agra, and this is a botanical garden in Hyderabad. Isn't it beautiful? Yes. So different combination, the colors, you see the flowers, they are looking amazing. So such gardens, they are referred to as botanical gardens, right? See the different shapes of plants and figures have been given, and they are referred to as botanical gardens, and they are preserved in different cities. So it is botanical gardens, a place where plants are grown and they are displayed for the purpose of research and education, right? These gardens, they are displayed, they are open for everybody, and they are open for research and education purpose, because students have to be educated on this part, right? Students have to be educated on this part. Students have to be educated on this part, what are the various varieties of different plants available, right everyone? Okay, so each plant contains labels. Whatever plants, see these plants that are displayed, everywhere you will find labels on every plant, their scientific name, their local name, and where they are obtained, and what is its scientific usage, means what is the use of that particular plant, okay everyone? So botanical gardens, they provide not only information to the scientists, they provide information to the common people, okay? These are open to the common people. We can go, we can see, we can check, isn't it? Like I have listed a few examples. Indian Botanical Garden in Calcutta. So in Calcutta there is an Indian Botanical Garden, in Lucknow also, and in West Bengal also. Garden of medicinal plants, right? So this is your second tool, that is your botanical gardens. Third is a museum. I hope you are familiar with the museum, isn't it? Museum, everybody, I think we have gone to the museum. Yes, we've gone to the museum, isn't it everyone? Yes, so we have gone to the museum. So museum basically is a place where collection of preserved plants and animal specimens are kept for study. See, museums are meant for different purposes. You can keep the old materials there. You can keep the plants, animals, specimens, right? They can be kept in the museum, and they are well preserved. They are kept in jars and containers, and in that there is a preservative solution is kept. So they are preserved, and they can be preserved as dry also. See, in case of botanical gardens, the plants, they are living, isn't it? Plants are living. So you see the living specimen. In case of you can say the herbarium, the dried portions of the plants are preserved. But in case of museums, you can preserve the preserve the specimens in preservative solution. So they are dead. Okay, they are dead. Insects are also preserved in insect boxes by collecting, killing, and pinning them. So the animals, they are killed, they are pinned, isn't it? Large animals, they are stuffed and preserved. देखिए, अगर हम बड़े बड़े जानवर हैं जैसे lion है, tiger है, they are killed. So their skin is stuffed with cotton and something like that, and their skin is preserved. Okay, their look is preserved. Like you see, this is how we preserve the animals. You can easily see the different animals. Like in this manner, the plants are preserved. Specimens, they are dead. Okay, in this case, the specimens, they are dead. While in case of botanical garden, the plants that you watch, that you see, they are living. But in case of museum and herbarium, they are dead. Okay, everyone? Next is a zoological park. Zoological park, I think you must have read in your social science. Place. It is basically a place where wild animals are protected. They are protected in their natural habitat. Okay, a particular area is declared a zoological park, right? A particular area is declared a zoological park so that right? Particular area is declared zoological park so that you can say that the animal is preserved in its own habitat. In museum we see there is an artificial atmosphere which is created for animals, but in case of zoological park the atmosphere is natural. Okay, and it also provides a opportunity for the different people, even for the common people, to observe the behavior and the feeding habits of those animals. We have different types of zoological parks, famous zoos like Zoological Park in Mysore, then Nehru Zoological Park in Hyderabad, then Trivandrum Zoo, Chennai Zoo, isn't it? And small people, they really enjoy when they go to the zoological park, small children really. Like see, rhino is there, elephant is there, then you have tigers, swans, they're all kept in their natural habitat. People can visit and they can see them, right? Okay. Then is a taxonomic key, that is okay, so last is a taxonomic key. A taxonomic key is basically helps a biologist, helps a scientist to figure out what are the various features the organism has. Like let's have an example I have pasted here. Dry skin. Suppose if there is an animal in front of you, so we'll take a characteristic like dry skin. Do the animal has a dry skin? If we say no, so we'll say, let's suppose salamander. If we say yes, then we asked another question. Does it have hairs? We say no, so we say the lizard. Then we say yes, it has hairs, so we'll assume it has opposable thumbs. See, the thumbs that you have in your hand, they are opposable, right? Do they have opposable thumbs? If we say no, then it is a tiger. Does it have two legs? Bipedal means does it move with the help of two legs? If we say no, then we say it is gorilla. And if it say yes, then it is a human being. So depending upon one characteristic, we can choose one characteristic at a time and we can go as per the yes and no, and we can try to identify that particular animal. Like simply as we ask in case of drum charts, isn't it? We play drum charts, we ask, is it the movie Hindi or English? Then no and yes, isn't it? So same way we ask questions related to that particular organism and we go about it yes and no, and then next question again yes and no until we identify that particular organism. So keys are basically used for the identification of plants and animals based on similarities and dissimilarities. So keys, they help in identification depending upon the similarities and dissimilarities. And your keys, they are analytical in nature. They are analytic. Analytic means the characteristic, that the question that you are asking, there should be a very, very specific one. It should not be a very vague one. The specific question you need to ask. Okay, and that specific question should have yes and no answer. Okay, that specific question should have yes and no answer. So basically the characteristic that we are taking is having a opposed characters, or you can say contrasting characters, right? If one is accepted, the organism could be someone else. If it is not accepted, someone else, right? And each statement in a key is called a lead. Okay, it is called a lead. Like as you give you can say hint. Suppose if the puzzle is very, very difficult, we always give a lead or you can say a key or a hint to the child. So basically by asking questions, we are providing hints to the specific individual, so that he can guess what particular organism it is, right? And separate taxonomic keys are used for separate categories. Okay, so keys will be different for each category, like in family, genus, order, because the characteristics will be different. Okay, dear students, because the characteristics will be different, so we'll be using different keys for different purposes and for different organisms. Now other than this, we can use different aids, different helps or aids. First is a flora. Flora means plants. Manuals, like we can maintain a specific notebook when we can write about a particular organism. They can be monographs, photographs, a kind of photographs, catalogs, as you have in the library, right? You have a card, See, every library book has a card on which its information is written. Same way we can maintain the catalogs. And all these taxonomical they help in the identification of the organism. So the basic purpose of all these resources is identification of an organism, right? Manuals can also provide names of various species in particular areas. Secondly, see, manuals, they are kept area wise, like we have a pin code area wise, isn't it? Same we have manuals area wise, where all the organisms of that particular area are listed. And monograph, they are related with a particular taxa, right? They are related with a particular taxa. So see, we have different variety of taxonomical aids available to us, and depending upon their suitability, we can choose out of them, and we can utilize them for the identification and the classification of the organisms. Right, everyone? Okay. So far we've talked about the herbarium, we've talked about zoological parks, we have talked about the botanical gardens, isn't it? They are beautiful. Then we have talked about the monographs, flora, catalogs, okay, and the keys, right? The keys are very, very important, dear students. Okay, everyone? So I hope you have enjoyed this lecture. If you've liked it, please do share, please like it, so that I get a motivation to prepare best videos for you. Okay, everyone? So let's come to your homework. So what will be your homework for today? So first of all, you will make notes of this topic. The first homework is to make notes of this topic. Right, everyone? Secondly, you got to complete all the question answers of this chapter. Since we have completed chapter, so complete all your question answers, and if there is any query, please let me know. Okay, everyone? So that's all from my side. Bye, everyone.